Hello out there, fellow comic book fans. It is Sunday night, and it is time for me to do my reviews of the comics from last Wednesday. I know I tried to get this done earlier, but I didn't really have a chance. So let's get started. Sandman, House of Whispers, #1. I don't know what to think of this. I've never seen anything, read anything about Sandman before. I mean, I was aware of his existence. I know who Sam Gaiman is. But other than that, I knew nothing of it. But I thought I'd try and pick this up. I was lost. I know nothing about this. And that may be why, excuse me, I was completely lost. I didn't enjoy it just because I knew absolutely nothing about anything. So I just due to that, I'm not going to give it a good score. I mean, take that as you will. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 just because I didn't enjoy it because of those reasons. The art was good and everything, but Okay, Red Hood Outlaw, #26. I bought this just because it's going to have a new uniform for him, and I thought it might have some value later on down the road. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, it was coming in the middle of things. I guess it's starting a new arc, so I didn't, wasn't in the middle of some arc that I would have been lost on. They did a fairly good point of reviewing what the pertinent information and getting the story started up. The art was good. It was well written. So, but it is Red Hood, so I'm not super excited about him. I'm going to give this a 2.75 out of 5. What was it? Superman #3 with Earth still stuck in the Phantom Zone and them trying to get out. Superman trying to solve everything. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, this isn't as good as the Action Comics still when they're dealing with the Firebrand or whatever that character's name is. I've never been a really big Superman fan before, and I loved the John Byrne run back in the day. I'm old enough to remember reading that. And the art is just incredible by Reyes, R-E-I-S. Really good. But I'm having a hard time getting into it just because it is Superman. So I'm just going to give this also a 2.75 out of 5. Detective Comics #988. Here's where it's getting good. It's just Batman trying to distract himself from the whole wedding thing and losing all his people that he'd been working with before, just trying to solve a simple murder, and even Commissioner Gordon's like, dude, what are you doing here? It's just a regular murder. But it turns out to be something a little bigger. As you can see, a simple murder or a burning secret. I like this new storyline. I was getting kind of bored with the stuff they were doing a little bit before, but this is getting good. Of course, I've always enjoyed the artwork that they have in the Batman books, and this is getting back up. Good. I'm going to give this a 3.25 out of 5. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, number 2. 2 really fun things in the story. Elvira, Cassandra Peterson, and one of my favorite authors, Edgar Allan Poe. She's being followed through time by Vlad Tepes, Vlad the Impaler. I mean, come on, these are fun. These are really fun to read. Just, the same camp, the same interesting stuff they had, during a TV series. It's just basically that in comic form. So I'm going to give this a 3.5. Now, The Wrong Earth by Ahoy Comics. I think this is a really... I knew nothing about this when I picked it up. It was a blind buy. This is a really interesting concept. It's taking the same character on 2 different Earths, right? One is, let's see, this one right here is a Batman 66 type of character. No, wait. This one right here is the Batman 66 type of character, right? Working in harmony with the police and being that guy. And this one right here is the gritty vigilante type of the later comics, and they are somehow switched to the others' respective Earths. So the Batman 66 type, I'm just using that as an example, is stuck on the really ultra-violent vigilante world, and the ultra-violent, I don't know, Mothman, I think it is, his name is transported to the Batman 66 type of thing. And, of course there's going to be problems. Neither one of them really knows what's going on. I think this is just a super interesting concept, and it looks like it's going to be a really fun read. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5, and I really want to continue reading that to see, what's going on. I recommend picking this up if you haven't. It's only on number 1, so get it. Now I'm down to my last 2. Zenescope's Grim Tales of Terror, the Halloween special. It is basically the guide who's in every comic. She appears in every story of every comics, taking a bunch of people through a little haunted house type thing, and then leading into the different stories. I always enjoy the Grim Tales of Terror. These are fun stories with just, incredible art and stories that have neat, unexpected twists in it that just make you just want more from each one. And, of course, interesting covers. So I'm going to give this a 4.25 5 out of 5. And the last one, Haunted Horror, number 35. This is basically just, it's a pretty thick book. It's, $5, $4.99. And it just basically reprints like 4 or 5 different stories, or 6 different stories from like the 30s and 40s, the pre-code stuff, where they could do some really twisted stuff in there. And it's just so fun to read some of these things from the back of the day. And you sort of have to wonder what the hell these people were thinking. And you've got the old art and the old storytelling where they can't do certain things, but they're really well done despite the limitations of the things that they can and can't do. If you're interested in horror comics, especially from the old days, pick these up. These are incredible stories. And so I'm going to give this a 4.75 out of 5. And that's it for this week. Let me know if you got anything that I did and what you thought of the stuff that I got. And like and subscribe. Bye.